there was the Mashable covered a study by iTrack Shop, which they analyzed where people were looking when a Pinterest page loaded.
Mm-hmm.
And the images weren't that compelling. They were really small, and sadly, I wish Mashable had bigger images. The ones they had were kind of obscured and you couldn't tell. What I found interesting was they would analyze what people thought about a brand before they looked at a page, and then they'd also analyze it afterwards. And what they found was, and I'll quote it, people like brands better after viewing their Pinterest pages. The majority of participants said that viewing a brand's page improved their opinion about the brand, and so they were more likely to purchase something from it. So, I mean, in advertising and marketing, we have kind of direct sale, which I guess the equivalent on Pinterest. I mean, there is sales, but it would be direct traffic, who's clicking through. But it's possible all these brands will stay on Pinterest even if they're not getting traffic, just because it kind of humanizes their brand, it keeps them out there, it keeps people aware. What do you think of that?
I would like to know what that study would say about brands that are on Facebook. Because I feel like I could get a lot more out of a brand on Facebook. I could talk to it, I could write on its wall, I could send in questions if I have problems with the product. And in Pinterest, you don't really get that back and forth.
That's true, but I think it's been a lot of brands have shown that they don't really communicate well on their own board. So it's almost like on Pinterest, there's less of an expectation, so maybe that's better. But it's also, it just
Perhaps.
seems like a lower commitment. Like on Pinterest, if you see some images, they actually curate interesting things. It's less intrusive than maybe Facebook, so you can either follow or unfollow, but you don't have kind of the expectations of communication.
Perhaps. If I'm one of the pinners that spends an average 90 minutes on Pinterest every month, and I keep seeing stuff from Nordstrom's, for example, showing up on Pinterest, that's always going to be in the back of my mind. And I'm probably not going to try to reach out to Nordstrom because of it. It's just, it's just the smallest amount of interaction that they need to do to get me thinking about them.